a company that only views us as walking wallets. They don't care about giving us high quality experiences as long as we're swiping our credit cards. And now we're finding out that Dragon Age the Veilguard critics are getting banned from EA Play for allegedly criticizing EA's partners. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, I can't say I'm particularly shocked to hear that people at EA are taking criticism personally. They love to run around and call anything that is criticism harassment, hatred. They call us ists and phobes all of the time. But now, apparently, they're taking this one step further because a vocal critic of EA and BioWare's most recent financial disaster, the Veilguard, was banned from EA's subscription service, EA Play, for allegedly criticizing their partners and sponsors. Companies should not be able to do this, to lock you out of your purchases and to ban you whenever they do not like what you have said about them, about their partners and their sponsors, their products. It should not matter. I should be able to say whatever I want about whoever I want, as long as it is not, threatening their lives, right? Then I would understand, okay, yes, you can't do that on a platform. But besides that, just calling a product a pile of shit, that should not get me banned. And saying that someone is an awful content creator should not get me banned. Now, YouTube Nudie, who has been vocal about her criticisms of the Veilguard, reported on X that she was banned on EA Play. Nudie wrote, "I was just banned for 7 days from EA Play because of harassment of EA partners. So Kala Elizabeth or Unified Walker, probably both, literally got me banned from a subscription service that I pay for. Not that I care because I don't use it, and after this, I sure as hell will not." This is honestly so pathetic and should be illegal. Companies should not be able to rip away your content from you, and this is the problem with the all-digital future that we are rapidly headed towards. They can ban you and they can take your content away from you. This is why I still try to purchase physical editions of games whenever I can. It is why I pay for the least amount of subscription services possible, because you don't own the product that you have watched or that you have downloaded, like on Xbox, for example, with Game Pass. It's a great tool for the average gamer who just wants to whip through a couple of titles a month, but you have to understand that at the end of the day, it is still a subscription service. Games come, games go, and one day that game you want to play may no longer be there. In a subsequent post, she speculated that the alleged harassment that EA is accusing her of was due to her criticisms of EA partners, Kala Elizabeth, and an activist, Unified Walker. She wrote, "This is so funny because my criticism of these people was that they had personal ties and the privilege of knowing and interacting with EA staff, and you guys just proved it." Which one is it, EA? It says that you get suspensions because of activity that goes against TOS while using an EA account, but the activity is, quote, harassment against EA affiliated people that I criticized on YouTube and Twitch, so something is not adding up. Yes, this is also another major problem, is that she ended up having her account suspended for what they're saying in the terms of service should be while using an EA account. Like if you went into Apex Legends, for example, and you were trash talking someone and you got banned for that or suspended for that. But she did not do that. She criticized them on YouTube and Twitch. It is absolutely terrible that this is happening because it should not be able to happen. She also talked about how this is because there's this Exodus Discord server, and one of you told me that Spell and Shield, another content creator, got preemptively banned from the Discord server because Kala told the mods that he was a grifter and he was a hater, so she got him banned using her privilege in her numbers to get him banned, which is terrible. Again, I should be able to go into a server, no matter what my opinion is or whatever my political leaning is, and talk to people as long as I have not broken the rules. I have not harassed somebody or spewed hatred towards them, called them slurs or anything like that. I should be able to join this Discord server and have a conversation. This is such a major problem with people like this Kala Elizabeth and Unifade Walker, is that they don't actually want to have conversations with people that they view as the opposition, right? They don't just view you as an opponent or somebody they disagree with. They view you as the number one enemy, and they need to try to get rid of you no matter what the cost is. And these people are using their influence to get individuals like Nuri banned from servers and from the services that she pays for, which is just freaking terrible. I would highly recommend you head on over to her social media. I will make sure to put the posts in the description and retweet them, share them, try to get as much attention on them as possible, because this should not be happening. And if her account is at risk, your account is also at risk. Again, this is why I try my very best to fight against the all digital future by purchasing physical, paying for the least amount of subscriptions possible, because they are useful tools. But then situations like this happen, and there's really no way to fight back, because companies like EA do not care. They don't care about what we have to say. They don't care about content creators with millions of subscribers talking out about this. If they disagree with your political leaning or perceived political leaning, they will attack you tooth and nail. And companies need to start listening to their customers, not these activists who are amidst their ranks. They should be cracking down on employees, banning people unfairly. This is also a major issue when it comes to game curation and platforms, what they allow on them. I've talked about this for years now, but look at Steam, for example. They are very inconsistent with what bans they hand out, what games are allowed on their platform. Let's say you have a hentai games where the tentacle creature steals women and then does inappropriate acts to them. Some of those titles may get banned, but others may be allowed on their platform. It's inconsistent because it depends on the employee of the day. What employee is looking over it? One employee may okay it, another may say it should be banned, but they do not have clear and concise guidelines, and neither do the developers who are submitting their games. It happens on PlayStation as well. Really, it happens on every platform, but I would say that Steam and PlayStation are the worst by far. And now we have this going on where critics are getting banned from EA Play. Keep in mind that we also faced a few weeks ago, during the release of the Veilguard, the Reddit, the official subreddit for Dragon Age, silencing and banning people that were criticizing the pre-release content, some of the footage that was launched, and people simply wanted to talk about things like the leaks, but they were not allowed to. So the whole situation surrounding Veilguard has not been good. People on multiple fronts have been trying to silence gamers and critics simply for speaking their minds, which of course is just disgusting behavior. I hope EA finds out who these activists are at their companies and give them a slap on the wrist. At least they deserve some sort of talking to. I'm not necessarily going to say they deserve to get fired if this is the first time that they have done something like this, but typically there is a pattern and they have a history of doing things like this, so I'd be interested to see if that information gets released. But we are finding out that critics, yes, are getting banned from EA Play for allegedly criticizing EA's partners. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.